Because sometimes it's those people that are closest to us that can become and create an adversary type of situation or an adverse situation for you or circumstance. Look, let's take a look here at Job. Job chapter 2. Anybody ever read the book of Job?
No.
Okay, seriously. Anybody read more than just the first 2 chapters and the last few chapters? Read the whole thing? God bless you. It took me years before I got into the meat of Job. It took me years to try to figure out who were these people that were talking to Job and when, and who was a friend and who was a this and who was a that. Because there's different personalities in the book of Job. But the one that stood out and still stands out for me, even in the beginning, is Job in chapter 2, verse 9. Then his wife said to him, "Do you still hold fast to your integrity? Do you still hold on to what is right? Do you still hold on to your integrity? Curse God and die!" His helpmate. The one that should be closer than any other person. The one that bore the children. Now, please understand something. I'm not saying that our wives are always the adversary. That's not what I'm saying. What I am saying is that the source can be someone that's really close to you, even a relative. If you're in a marriage right now and you're married right now, then I'm going to encourage you. Stay. I'm going to encourage you. Fight. I'm going to encourage you to do the right thing because it's the right thing to do. I'm going to encourage you like it was with Job. Hold on to your integrity. Amen?
Amen.
It's hard sometimes to see. It's hard to see in the middle of the storm. It's hard to see what's happening when the storm is brewing and things are flying around. Even the disciples, that when they were on the boat and the Bible talks about how the water buffeted the boat and here was Jesus walking on water, they exclaimed, they said in fear, they said, "Is that you, Jesus? Is that you, Lord?" And they didn't recognize him. They said, "Could it be a ghost? Could it be a ghost?" He says, "Yeah, that's me." Sometimes it's hard to recognize Jesus in the middle of the storm. Sometimes it's hard to recognize that it's Jesus at work in your life in the middle of that storm. And what I want to say is, with that is that the different things, and I didn't exhaust all the different ways that you can find yourself in adversity. I didn't describe all the different ways that you can find yourself down and beaten up. I didn't define all the ways that you can find. The point is that you're here now. You're in a situation, you could be, maybe it's not all of you, maybe some of you are riding, you're on top of the mountain, you're doing great. Literally on top of the mountain, doing great. Anyway, but you're here and you're having a great time in the Lord and you don't have a worry or a care in the world, and if that's you, God bless you, because it's not me. And it doesn't matter how we got here. It doesn't matter whether it was the enemy. It doesn't matter if it was bad decisions on your part. It doesn't matter if it was somebody else that enticed you. It doesn't even matter if it was God that let you get into the situation. Is there an amen out there?
Amen.
What matters is that you're here. And what matters more than what you're being here is how you survive it.
Yeah.
Hear me. I'm not talking about getting out of it. I'm talking about surviving it in such a fashion that when you're out of it, you're stronger because of it.